What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dad Does Videos. We are in a bathroom in our house and we're going to show you how to replace a shower sweep. That is the little plastic piece that runs along the bottom of a glass door in a shower. Typically you want to replace these every couple years, you'll know, because they'll start to get a little old and crusty. They are super easy to replace. Let's get into it. All right, first step, we are just going to simply remove the sweep, and don't let this thing fool you. There is no adhesive, or at least shouldn't be any adhesive holding this thing on. So you just want to pull it down, and if you're struggling in the back here because the bottom of the sweep kind of interferes with maybe the step into the shower, just pull it forward and it'll slide right off. Next thing you want to do, and the easiest way to get a replacement for your sweep, is just to take your old one to your local hardware store and compare it to what they have available. Typically there are lots of different styles, lots of different sizes available. Oftentimes the thickness here of the pathway for your glass door will be different. This piece over here, the deflector shield, might be different. The length of the plastic running along the bottom of the sweep might be different, because remember, your sweep has to fit your shower door specifically. So you want to match this up with what's available at your hardware store. Now, if you're in a situation where the hardware store is a long way from you, what you can do is measure the gap right here. You could measure the deflector shield. You could measure the flap on the bottom of your sweep as well, and try to match that up with what's available online. Now there are different styles as well here, so even the plastic shape itself is going to be different depending upon what you have on your door. So you're going to want to match that up as well. All right, so once you get your new sweep, and I got lucky here because the folks who installed our shower door gave us extra ones of these already cut to length. So I don't have to do that, but if you are getting these from your local hardware store or ordering them online, they typically sell them all in one size, and you're gonna have to cut your new sweep so it fits your door. Two ways to do that, right? You could either measure the bottom of your door with a tape measure and then cut your new sweep as appropriate, or you could use your old sweep and just line it up to your new one and then cut as needed. Now, I would use a hacksaw to cut a new sweep where I wanted to, but you could also do it with a utility knife as well. That just might take a little bit more effort and a little bit more time. After you cut your sweep to length, what's going to happen is that you're going to have some pretty straight edges right here. Now what you're going to want to do, because this deflector shield is going to be on the inside of the shower door, you're going to want to cut diagonally with a utility knife on both ends. It's not necessary, but you don't want to run into one of those straight ends here with your foot. So the suggestion is to just cut diagonally with your utility knife and save yourself a little bit of pain from your toes a little bit later. All right, so before we actually put our new sweep on the bottom of the door, let's take an opportunity to clean the bottom of the door, right? It's been a couple years since you've had the opportunity to do that. There's going to be some gunk buildup, as you can see right here, and it's going to go all the way back on both sides, so why not take the opportunity to clean? Two steps involved in this, or at least I would suggest two steps. One, use a putty knife or perhaps a utility knife to scrape, and then use some cleaning fluid, some bathroom cleaning fluid, to clean as well. Now don't worry about the putty knife or the utility knife scraping your glass. It's going to be tempered glass, so you don't have to be concerned about any scratches. All right, so we've got our putty knife, and we're simply just going to run this along the bottom of your shower door. Get some of this gunk off. And it's not going to be perfect the first time you do it. You're probably going to have to do it a few times to get all the crustiness off. Typically you'll know when you're finished with your putty knife or your utility knife when you can't feel anything on the outside or the inside of your door. And when I say you can't feel anything, typically there's a line of deposits where your sweep stopped, and that is typically what you're scraping away. So we've made it past that point. Now we're going to move on to cleaning the bottom of our door with some bathroom cleaner, because you will still see some kind of haziness on the bottom of your door where your old sweep used to be. So I'm going to be using this Lysol product. We typically use this around our bathroom. It's a good product, but you could use anything you want. Even Windex would work because we're working with glass here. And we're just going to spray the bottom of our door on the inside and outside, and then use this rag to clean things up. And maybe this goes without saying, but when you're doing this part, it's easier to clean up if you're spraying your door and your door is opened into your shower. That way the drips from your cleaning solution don't go on the outside of your shower. Alright, so you've gotten to the point where you've gotten off most of the residue and the cloudiness from the bottom of your door, and you might not get off all of it. 95% of it, you're in good shape. Now we're ready to put the new sweep on the door. Now, if you did not take a photo of your old sweep and you don't know which way it goes, there's an easy way to figure it out. This piece right here, it's called the deflector shield, should be on the inside of your door. And that's because it basically deflects the water coming down off of the inside of the shower back into your shower. So knowing that, you open your door, and I try to get this as close as I can to the back of the shower door, and I don't have it up there yet, but I'm just kind of lining it up and putting the door in line with the gap as close as I can, because it's going to be a tight fit, and again, no adhesive needed. And just start to work that in like so. And for some of you, you are going to be able to just simply slide this down. Let's see, I cannot do that because it's so tight, which is a good thing. So if this is a situation that happens to you, whether you're in the same spot as I am where this needs to slide all the way down, or you're having challenges actually getting this up on the door, get a rubber mallet. So what you can do very lightly, I might add, is just go along the bottom if you're having some troubles getting this on. And then what you can also do is gently tap the end of your sweep so it slides in the shower door. As you do that, you want to make sure the sweep is not sliding off the bottom, right? So once you got that in place, and I've got mine all the way in, just gently tap on the bottom, make sure everything's in place. And then we want to test, right? We want to make sure that the door opens and closes. And that's it. That is a wrap, my friends. Thanks for watching, everybody.